Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 21st Venus reemerging in the sky as the morning star reading for you. And this is important because the face of love is changing in our lives, and that's a really, really, really powerful thing. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in booking a private reading with me, a private personalized meditation, or an animal healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. And if you're having trouble booking, email me at daneharttarot@gmail.com. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below, as will a link to my website. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, this one right here, the Five of Swords. We're going to be facing a battle. We've faced battles like this before. We don't want to face it. So just know that the response to the energy around your relationships, okay, you're going to have a battle within your relationships, and you're going to have the response of fight, flight, or flee. And you might not be totally happy with the response that you have. So just be aware of this. Fight, flight, or flee comes forward. And there's a sense of you being absolutely successful, but you're going to be looking at yourself and being like, I should have handled this differently, or I should have been more like this person. There's something going to come to you during this time where there's a sense of gaining more strength, gaining more courage. And this isn't a diss at all. My ascendant is in Sagittarius. So I totally get this. And it could be like, wow, that's rude to say, but Spirit is saying what we're going to be looking at is going to change. And we need to be mindful of becoming fiercer in our own person. It's not becoming mean. It's not becoming chaotic. It's not becoming cold. It's just standing in our power more and knowing our power more and more. There's a power shift during this time that's going to be super, super, super beneficial to us and super, well, powerful for us. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have devoted. What we are devoted to, we're questioning. It's like, can I be devoted to this? Am I devoted to this? How am I moving forward in this? So our devotion is being tested, even to ourselves, especially to ourselves. I see this more as astoundingly personal. It can be, Spirit's just saying, slow down. Okay. So it can be with relationships that we have where our devotion is being tested, but it's also our devotion to ourselves. Like, what do we want? What are we fighting for? What are we moving towards in our lives and for ourselves? So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. So just put everything down. These go at the end. Spirit's like, this is at the beginning. Oh, okay. Not as many as I thought there were. So when the sun comes up reversed, this is a no answer, okay? But what I'm also seeing here is the Five of Swords coming through again. So this is going to be a time where we're learning how to fight for ourselves, or we're embracing our own power. That's a better way to put it. We're embracing our own power. There's a sense here of not necessarily a no answer, because Spirit's saying here, you've kind of frozen. It's, I need to let myself shine, and I'm not letting myself shine. Why is that? So the no is in regards to you during this time. As Venus reemerges, as Venus changes her face, we're going to be changing ours as well. The way we interact with what we desire in life, the way that we go after what we're passionate about, what we love. There's a real sense of you need to shine. You need to let yourself shine. You need to embrace your passion, your power, and what you love in your life. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. We can be having a bit of difficulty focusing on work. We can be having a bit of difficulty getting things done, moving things forward, going after what we want or letting our talents, shine. We don't want to be bothered. It's not, that's a harsh way of putting it. It's not that we don't want to be bothered. It's that there's so much on our plate already that we're dealing with that others don't see, that it's overwhelming for us. So just be aware of this with the Eight of Pentacles. There's going to be a sense of, if I put more on my plate, I'll get everything done, or I'll be full, I'll be satisfied. No, if you put more on your plate, it's just going to sit there. And it's going to be just one more thing to be overwhelmed by. So being aware of that is going to be super, super important if you're not getting things done the way that you want to, okay? Because Venus disappeared from the night sky on the 6th of August. You can actually see during this time, Spirit is showing me, like that's the time where I don't know why, it's like a ticket booth closes. That's the time where you felt like, okay, I'm done. Like I need to breathe. And then by the 13th, there was a sense of an energy change around you, because that's when Venus was exactly conjunct the sun. And there was a sense of a brightness, a shine, but then it dims until the 21st. And it can be around the 21st, okay? And that's where during this time, it's like a no. You haven't been letting yourself shine. You haven't been going after what you want. But if you came here for a yes or no answer, this is no. And so here, there is the sense of like, okay, well, nothing is set in stone, right? How do I turn that no into a yes if I wanted to? Or if I'm totally happy with that no, how do I keep moving forward in that power? But how do I let myself shine? How do I embrace my grace, my determination, my focus, my insight, letting me shine, letting me go after what it is that I want? It's also embracing the sun. So if you have a child that's a sun, it's like, okay, embrace that sun, but also seeing what you're doing it for. Embracing the sun, embracing the God's head that lives inside of you, that shines. We're all meant to shine, and yet we all find it so very hard to look within ourselves and shine. I've been seeing a lot of this time of Venus reemerging in the night sky. Well, not in the night sky, but reemerging as the morning star, as being a time of forgiveness, as being a time to move forward in what we love, in what's important to us. And we've kind of lost track of that in our work, in ourselves. And this is a time that we start to realign. And as we do so, all the lies, they pour out. These are lies that we've told ourselves. These are lies that others have told us. It's a purging. It's a release. And we're going to start to see the lies like really, really powerfully. It's like this has all been built on lies. This is all around lies. We're going to be seeing people in new lights. This is about relationships, right? It's about our personal relationships. It's also about our relationship with ourselves. And we're going to be looking at things like, well, that was a lie. That wasn't where it needed to be. And as we release the lies, we start to shine. Very important with the Five of Swords. It's the energy to be mindful of, because it knocks us off our stride. There's a sense here of, well, how do I move forward? And how do I go after what I want? But it's also being very proud. And it's not in that egotistical, way of, oh, pride, cometh before the fall. That's the quote, right? It is in that way where it's like, I am proud of myself. I stand on my 2 feet. I go after what it is that I want. I will not let the words of others, the actions of others, bring me to my knees. And we're going to find that we're going after things, and we're being determined in ways that had crippled us before. Like it had held us back. This is a time of rebirth. Rebirth within what we love, within what we desire, within it's a transformative time. So you're going to see your heart transform because you're taking control. You're taking the reins. And the Lovers reversed. Now this can be Gemini energy, okay? This is duality. We can have something happened in the time frame May 21st to June 20th. That was a very big deal for us. This is also very much a sense of not letting love shine. Now, it doesn't mean that we have to forgive and forget. When Spirit talks about forgiveness, I always think of Master Lin in Spring Forest Qigong. when he talks about forgiveness, and he had to sit, his master, which just means teacher, had him sit and embrace forgiving all those who have wronged him. And he grew up in communist China. And he said, I'm not going to forgive them. And I can't remember if it was for 5 days that he had to do this or 5 hours. I know there's a huge difference. But he had to sit there and forgive and just say, I forgive, I forgive. And his teacher said to him, his master said to him, then just say, I don't really forgive you. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm pretending to forgive you. And so he did that. And he had to sit there for so long doing this that finally it just boiled down to, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, to let love move forward within him. He had terrible arthritis. He had terrible depression. And he found that as he moved forward in forgiveness, this all started to lift. He started to see himself, moving in love, being blessed. As we start to focus on love, we're going to see our angels standing right with us. We actually see us seeing them out of our corner of our eyes, like the shimmer of a wing, a person walking by that isn't there. We can say, okay, it's a trick of the light, and it might just be, but it's also our angels reminding us, I'm with you. I'm walking with you. We also need to embrace the sacred feminine, sacred masculine aspects of ourselves, because as Venus, disappeared into the night sky, she is also being reborn alongside the energy of the sacred feminine as we connect with love, as we connect with what our hearts really want. I love that we go from the 5 of Swords to 6 in the major arcana. I like that progression right here. And there's a sense of this is a time that has a profound impact on us. It is a time to come back in relationship with ourselves, to say, what do I need? What do I want? What do I love? We've lost the plot somewhere along the way. And it could be for a short period of time. It could be for years that we've lost the plot. But this is a time that's very much echoing the age of Aquarius coming. And if you want to know more about this, check out Heather Ensworth's YouTube channel here, on YouTube. And it's linked in the description box below. She goes into this just absolutely beautifully, the mythos around, Venus reemerging in the night sky. It's just absolutely spectacular. We are also going to be working through intense emotions around our relationships, with significant people in our lives, but also with people who've had a significant impact. I think during this time, when Venus disappeared into the night sky, or from the night sky, from our eyes, I remember seeing a picture of my first year 3rd grade teacher, which I was so good at 3rd grade, I had to do it twice. And the anger that came up, like the just absolute response of absolute anger that came forward, surprised me. I thought I had worked through that. And yet that anger stopped me in my tracks. That's going to be this time. That's this time. It's like things that we thought we worked through, things that we thought were done, buried, it comes up. That's why the 5 of Wands is what we need to be mindful of. It's like those old haunts, those old demons, those old, those people in our lives that brought us to our knees. They come up during this time. And this is a time where we learn how to be that warrior in our life for what we love and what we want. And I know so many of us are saying, I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to be a warrior. But you do not have to be a warrior in the I'm going to fight. I like looking at it like a warrior, like Master Lin is. I'm going to move forward in love. I'm going to move forward in healing of myself. And therefore, it will radiate out. My energy vibration changes. And I start to heal my world. People start to leave that have no business being around me, that aren't good for my development. On the 21st of August, Venus reemerges as the morning star. At the same place, at the same time, the sun reemerges, the sun rises on that day, and it's almost exactly conjunct the royal star of Regulus. And that star lies at the heart of the constellation of Leo, the heart of the lion. We become fierce. That's that fierce energy coming forward. Because we're ruled by Jupiter, it makes it greater and greater and greater. The lies, we're done. Also not letting ourselves shine, we're done. I mean, a no answer, yes. But it's like you're done not letting yourself shine and not honoring a blessing that's in your life. It's over. It's done. Venus will be very close to the head of Hydra. And Hydra is the serpent. The oldest iconography of the sacred feminine, of the goddess, is a serpent. So we're connecting again with that sacred feminine energy. We're connecting again with a power that is forceful and determined but also loving and gentle. And we're going to see how to move this forward in our lives. Our work, it's going to excel. Our success, going to excel, because we ourselves are excelling within us. But we have been quite overwhelmed. So just be aware of this. I just see that freeze, like fight, flight, or freeze. We have a tendency to freeze. And then we have a tendency to berate ourselves, tell ourselves all the lies that we have heard over our lifetime. And it's like, no, I'm done with this. Our subconscious message is frailed. This is our subconscious message to be mindful of. Frailed is temperance. We are represented by temperance in the major arcana. Be mindful of getting in your own way. Be mindful of being your worst critic. Be mindful of that, because we can derail ourselves. Absolutely. We can take a time of transformation and say, you know what, I'm good. I'm good right where I am. And Spirit is telling us, no, it's time to transform. That's also where the no comes through. It's like, no, it's time to transform. It's time to shine. And it doesn't mean movie star shine, because that's overwhelming. And even if we do crave that, it doesn't mean that. What it means is I'm living my purpose. I'm in my grace. And my heart is shining. I'm contented in my life. I move forward in love. If you want to start the kind of the act of forgiveness, like Master Lin did, where he sat there, and we don't have to do it for hours, most definitely. But when you have time, when, at the end of the day, for a minute, 5 minutes, we keep on building it. Just say, I forgive you to people who have wronged us. I forgive you to the anger inside of us. I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive others. I'm doing this. And it is helpful. It can also be very frustrating. I'm not doing it on camera because I think that's a bit intrusive. But here, embracing that energy is going to be just so important for us. Our subconscious spirit message is spiritual. We are reconnecting with the spiritual flame within our lives, with the spiritual focus of what I need, what I want, what I love. And we're also just connecting what spiritual means to us. It moves us then to the subconscious energy of the Six of Wands. Here, we're looking at things that we feel kind of battered and bruised. Subconsciously, we're moving forward as a hero, a celebration of ourselves, of what we desire, of what we need, of what we love within our lives. A connection also with our solar plexus chakra, right? Our gut, but also with a release of worry and fear from the pancreas, where worry and fear are held. And that's with the color yellow. So here we're finding ourselves emerging, trusting our hearts, trusting what we love, but also with a release of anger, with a release of fear, with a release of all the chaos in the world that we hold on to. And we're saying, I am reborn, because we are. And we are reborn in the greatness of love. All right. All right. Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. Wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and brilliance of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.